Hey, folks, welcome back to Shooting Up North. I am your host, Lewis Carlin. We're right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me again this evening. It's been confirmed. It's confirmed. I saw this report here and I confirmed it. There's a few more talents that are no longer with Impact Wrestling. I saw this report here. Falaba, Hernandez, Sam Beal, no longer with Impact Wrestling. Their profiles have been removed from the Impact Wrestling roster page. I saw the report here. I went on the roster page, and it is in fact correct that Falaba, Sam Beal, and Hernandez, their profiles have been removed from the Impact Wrestling roster page. Little disappointed in Sam Beal because Scott Demore said about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, that Sam Beal is someone that you need to look out for. That he's a great young talent, and now appears that he's no longer in Impact Wrestling. He was an integral part of the learning tree. The learning tree is a little boring right now, but Sam Beal was an integral part of the learning tree. He's a young talent, so I'm a little surprised that they parted ways. That Sam Beal is no longer with Impact Wrestling. But Falaba, very entertaining. No, no, no. But maybe it was time for him to move on. He's been with Impact Wrestling for quite some time, and Hernandez as well. I know Hernandez last seen with Johnny Swinger, but maybe it was time for Hernandez to move on. Maybe his contract was up and they didn't want to renew it. So that I can understand, but I'm a little confused about Sam Beal. Sam Beal is young talent, very talented, and I would not have parted ways with Sam Beal. I would have kept Sam Beal, and of course we know earlier today that Larry D had requested his release from Impact Wrestling, but Impact Wrestling accepted, has not yet. Has yet to accept. So he's requested the release. He's yet to accept. I'm going to try to get him on the show once I'm able to. So I'm working on that. But once again, list of talents that are confirmed, that are no longer confirmed with Impact Wrestling. Um, Let me say that again. I think that didn't make sense. A list of confirmed talents who are no longer with Impact Wrestling. That makes more sense. Falaba, Hernandez, and Sam Beal no longer with Impact Wrestling. Their profiles have been removed from the Impact Wrestling roster page. Okay, so there you have it. There you have it. More talent releases from Impact Wrestling. So we're going to leave it at that. Just want to pass that information along to you guys. We're at 979. My last podcast, I was at 978 subscribers. At 979 now. 21 more to go. I got my fingers crossed. I hope they hit 1,000 by mid-February. Hopefully I can get there. So if you're watching for the first time and you don't subscribe, please consider hitting that subscribe button. In case you're just joining me now, I'm about to wrap it up. Um, Confirmed talents who are no longer with Impact Wrestling. As I mentioned, Falaba, Sam Beal, Hernandez, their profiles removed from Impact Wrestling, the Impact Wrestling roster page. Larry D, as I mentioned, as I spoke about earlier in an earlier podcast today, has requested his release. Impact has yet to accept, but Larry D has requested his release from Impact Wrestling as well. And of course, recently Rohit Raju was he parted ways with Impact Wrestling as well. So couple of talents there parting ways with Impact Wrestling. But hopefully while talents are parting their ways with Impact Wrestling, Impact Wrestling will use use the money that. Well, I don't think Falaba, Hernandez, and Sam Beal cost them a considerable amount of money. But hopefully they'll bring in some new talent to replace the talent that. That they lost here in Falaba, Sam Beal, and Hernandez. Again, I'm confused about Sam Beal. Confused about Sam Beal. Again, like I said, Scott Demore not too long ago said Sam Beal's the one to watch. He's the young talent. He's a young talented wrestler. He's one to watch, and Sam Beal, unfortunately, no longer with Impact Wrestling. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that for now. Thanks for everyone that joined me here on the live stream. Anything else breaks later today, I'll be back. But if not, of course, I'll be back tomorrow. And until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.